you so much for clicking on this video. Once again, my name is Tracy, and I'm here to talk about my pregnancy update. So I'm going to be talking about weeks 14 through 20. I was supposed to be making this video about 2 weeks ago, so it was supposed to be 14 through 18, but I don't know. Time just went by really fast, so we're going to be talking about 14 through 20. I'm currently in my 20th week, so that's around 5 months. I'm almost 6 months, guys, so I'm halfway there. Time is moving. Okay, so let's talk about week 14. So my first trimester, I was really sick. If you watch my previous videos, I talked a lot about that, being sick all the time, not having energy. So around 14 weeks, that's when you're entering the second trimester. Everyone says you start feeling better your second trimester. So around 14 weeks, I really did start feeling better, you guys. It wasn't a lot. I was still sick. I was still throwing up. I was still nauseous, but I would say it was like 50%. So instead of me throwing up every day, I was throwing up like every other day. Okay, so that's better. To me, that's better because I was sick every day prior. So like I said, mainly just still nauseous, still throwing up. Week 15, that's when it was like, all right, I'm feeling good, you guys. Like, I started feeling better. I did have like stomach pain, which I kind of researched, and I think that's more so like growing pains, like meaning your stomach is starting to stretch a little bit more. I was still throwing up a little bit, mainly probably like one day out of the week, but overall, more energy, you guys. I was able to get up every day, cook, clean, do what I gotta do, whatever, just energy. Prior to that, I didn't even, want to even get out the bed half the time. Like, that's how sick I felt. So, whew. Something else I want to talk about, this TMI, you guys, but around 15 weeks, second trimester, also that's when, because I'm feeling better, so I want to say your sex drive increased a little bit. So, obviously we're pregnant, so somebody had sex, but but no, seriously, like, I guess the urge or it just increased. That's all I'm saying. It just increased. But I did also have headaches. Like, I started getting headaches a little bit. They weren't like terrible, and I didn't really want to take like Tylenol every day. So some days, like if it was really bad, I'll take a half or a whole Tylenol, but that would be like the most that I would take. And going into like week 16, that's the headaches kind of continued. Like, I was just having headaches all the time, and I was peeing a lot. So that's when I started, like, in the beginning of pregnancy, I started noticing I'm waking up at night and having to pee. Week 16, I really noticed, like, every night I would have to get up and pee, and I couldn't sleep. Like, I was having so much trouble sleeping. Another thing, y'all, so I don't know what people tell y'all, but you have a lot of gas when you're pregnant. Like, a lot. And it's weird because I'm constipated all the time, but I'm gassy. I don't know. I think that's really strange. I don't know. So for constipation, you guys, I told you before I would drink a little coffee, because I used to be an everyday coffee drinker, and now that I'm pregnant, I try not to drink a lot of coffee, but you can still drink a little bit. You can drink a little bit. I drink like a quarter every couple days. But something else that I tried, if you don't want to try like stool softeners or stuff like that, you can try Prune Juice. And I know your grandma or your mom or somebody that told you about some Prune Juice before, and it does work. It's nasty. And it's funny, I think it's certain brands, because I had Prune Juice before in the past, and I don't recall it being nasty like this kind that I just recently had. And I got the kind that's like in the cans at Target. Like I said, it's nasty, but drink about 1.5, and I'm telling you, it's better than being constipated. I'm constipated all the time, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's irritating. I don't like it. So, Prune Juice. Week 17, that's when I noticed it was weird, because one day I have a belly button ring. So I know that a lot of people, when they get further along in pregnancy, you can go on Amazon or go anywhere and just purchase like a longer ring or whatever you want to call it. But they're really long. Like, if you look online, they're like this long. And I was like, I could do that. But then I was just like, honestly, I don't even care. So I took mine out, and because it was starting to pinch just a little bit. And then I just happened to notice that my belly button is like, it's not out like full blown poking, but it's like out. Like, I basically have an innie outie, if that makes sense. So majority of my belly button is in, but I have like a little lip or something, or like a over, I don't know, it just hang over a little bit. And so now it is fully pushed out. It is like more so like flat. It's a little bit poking out, like you can notice it in my clothes, but I was like, oh my God, like, I don't know, it was weird because I didn't pay attention to it. Like, I didn't even notice it was happening. And then one day I just looked at my stomach and I was just like, oh my God, my belly button is poking out. And then also the line that goes from like your chest down to your almost private, I forgot the name of it. Like, that's another thing, you guys. I think I'm starting to develop like pregnancy brain, like for real, for real. Like, sometimes I forget and I really cannot figure it out or find things. Like, it's kind of getting bad, and I've never been like that before. Like, I'm one of those people that I have like a photographic memory, so like I can remember a lot of things, like just based on that. But like, I don't know, y'all, it's kind of strange. So like I said, my belly button started poking out, and then I started noticing I'm getting like dark spots in certain places, like on my face, like my neck, my chest, even my stomach. I have on makeup right now, y'all, because I'm gonna talk about that in a second. So that was kind of like week 17. Like I said, the symptoms are kind of like fading out. Now I'm starting to get like more so body changes that I'm starting to notice now. And so week 18, that's an exciting week, you guys. So that's when you go in for an anatomy scan. And an anatomy scan is basically when they do like an ultrasound over the baby, kind of observing everything. So making sure everything looks great as far as the measurements, his features, you know, just making sure everything is good and, you know, he's healthy and strong. So, and also, that's when you can find out the gender if you do want to know. They will be able to determine majority of the time around that 18 week. So everything looks great. 18 week, he was healthy, he was strong, and it was fun because I was able to FaceTime my husband because, you know, because of COVID, they don't allow any of the hospitals or doctor visits that I have had. They do not allow us to have guests. So, but I was able to FaceTime my husband, and he was able to kind of just watch on the ultrasound, watch him move around a lot. And oh my God, he's so active. And it was amazing. Actually, I have an ultrasound picture, you guys. Let's look at the ultrasound. So they're not that clear, but this is his profile, right? And then, well, obviously, you know what that is, but, and then this is his foot. I don't know if you can see it, but that's his foot. And yes, it's a boy. We're having a boy. But yeah, this is his profile. And every time I go to the doctor, that's when I get excited the most, because I learned at my 18-week anatomy scan that I have placenta anterior, which means my placenta is in the front of him instead of behind him. They said that's completely fine, it's completely normal, but what happens is, usually a lot of moms, they can feel their baby move and kick or anything like that as early as 18 weeks, could be before if you know, if it's not your first time and you kind of know what to expect. But for me, I can't feel him. So they said it's because of the placenta is in front of him instead of behind him. So usually a lot of times when people who have placenta anterior, means they won't feel their baby move until, or make kick or anything like that until like later. And usually that's around like maybe 22 weeks, the earliest. So I was kind of bummed because I always hear about people, you know, feeling their baby kick and stuff. So I was just like, darn it. But moving on, week 19. So that's when another body change, you guys. I'm starting to notice that my boobs are getting bigger. Not only are they getting bigger, they getting darker. And I don't know, I wasn't really excited about that. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm just like it's just so dark and big. Like, yo, Ari, it's so dark. Like I said, it's just body changes that I'm starting to notice now. And, you know, it's exciting because it's like, wow, my body is really getting prepared for a baby. But it's like, oh my God. Like, some things it's different when you hear it, but like actually seeing it and going through it is just totally different. And it's exciting still. It's very exciting, but like I said, it's just one of those moments that's just like, oh my God. And sometimes it's just like, it's overwhelming because, like I say, you see, you're so used to seeing yourself a certain way or certain things, and then you're like, oh wow, that's different. Even like another thing with my face, I don't know if it's because, you know, we're wearing face masks all the time, but my skin is like breaking out. My chest, I have bumps, dark spots, but mainly like my face is what like makes me sad. Like, it just, I don't know if it's the hormones or, like I said, the mask, but like my face has been breaking out. So that kind of all what was happening like week 18, week 19. So here we are, week 20, you guys. We're halfway there. It's so exciting. Like, I can't believe it, halfway. Like, that's crazy. But anyway, so week 20, I do think I'm starting to feel him. I'm not sure. It's crazy because I don't know what it's supposed to feel like. Like, I read different things, but the way it feels to me is sometimes it feels like gas, but you don't have gas, okay? So it feels like I have gas, but it's not gas. That's one. And then the second thing, it kind of feels like a bubble pop. I don't know, like, it's so weird. It's so hard to explain, but it's just, and it only happens, I feel like I feel it at night. I don't really feel it too much throughout the day. And they say babies are more active at nighttime. So I'm thinking it's him moving. I don't know. Like, it's crazy. But that was like the exciting thing that happened this week. Like, I was like, oh my God. I wish I knew what it was. Because it's weird. It's just, but it's like, oh my God. And you only feel it from the inside. Like, I can't see it or anything like that. But I just feel something in my stomach, and it feels like a pop sometimes, or like gas. But like I say, you know, when you have gas, it is not gas. So I think that's pretty much it, you guys. So that's all like the updates that I have as far as week 14. See, week 14 to 20. So now I just want to do a bump update, you guys. So I definitely think I grew just a little bit. And it's funny because people are now asking me in public if I'm pregnant. So now I'm like, oh my God, maybe I look pregnant. Maybe I think I look pregnant now. And that's exciting because at first I used to feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm just looking fat. But now I feel like, because people are asking me, oh, how far along are you? Or congratulations. I'm like, and it's not often. I really don't even go out that much. But like I said, it's happened. So that's good. So as far as the bump update, you guys, I'm going to show you guys the bump. So I may have to move the camera. Let's see, back a little bit so you guys can see. Let's see. So here's my stomach from the front. So as you can see, you can kind of see my belly button a little bit, right through the shirt. Here's my stomach from the side. Here's my stomach with my shirt up from the front. This is from the side. On the other side. And as you can see, what I'm saying, like, it's kind of dark. Like right up in here. And you see the line is getting dark. And you see my belly button is kind of out. This is my piercing. I hate it, but yeah. So that's kind of all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Stay tuned for more baby pregnancy updates and also some other information that I have that I want to share with you guys soon. Thank you. Have a good one.